All right, on this edition of Southern Crash Kings, we have blower problems. And we're gonna show you how to fix it before this truck or your truck burns down. Okay, so behind me is a 2014 F150. This truck and I, we go way back. This is actually my dad's truck. And so when it was just a few years old, it was totaled. It was hit in the left front. He had missed the frame, took out the bumper, broke the left front wheel, the spindle, most of the suspension off, and damaged a lot of the left front. In fact, at the auction, it looked pretty bad. But me and him, we fixed it, and he's had it several years now, probably 5 or 6, I guess. And he's put almost 100,000 miles on it, but we've had our first problem. And so the problem that we're having with this truck is the AC, heater, basically the blower motor is not working. Now, when you look at the display inside, you look at the coolant lines or the AC lines, everything looks like it's working perfect. The AC lines are cold. The AC display looks like it's on, everything's working, but the blower is not working. So we diagnosed it a little bit, and this is actually a very common problem. There's actually an issue where the wiring harness plugs into the blower motor resistor, and you can actually wiggle the wires and it'll start working. So Ford sells a kit to repair this, and we're going to take care of that today. Now, before I bought this truck, I was actually looking at another truck that was coming through the auction, and it actually had this problem, but the owner of the truck did not fix it, and it actually caught the truck on fire. Now, thankfully, he had a fire extinguisher in the truck. He was able to extinguish the fire pretty quickly, but it still damaged the dash, busted the windshield, did quite a bit of damage to that truck. So we're going to fix this truck before this truck burns to the ground. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so in the passenger front area of this truck, and behind this glove box is where the blower motor resistor is. It's actually right in here. You can actually access it from up and under the dash, but I'm going to remove the glove box and a few things just so you can see it a little better. All right, the first thing you want to do is there's 2 little push pins, one here, one there. I'll get in behind there, give them a good little tug. May have to wiggle it back and forth, but they'll come out. All right, now the insulation's out. And now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the glove box, which you don't necessarily have to do, but you see there's 3 little screws right here. I think they're 7 or 8 millimeter. All right, so those are actually 7. Okay, so the bottom part of the glove box is loose. Now, open it, and then it'll slide out just like that. All right, that white thing there, that's your blower motor resistor. So there's 2 little screws on the side. I think they're 7 millimeter as well. So we'll go ahead and work on getting those loose and getting that out of there. All right, this is actually an 8 millimeter. And I try to get a socket on there, but it's kind of hard to hold it on there. A ratchet wrench works way better. All right, there it is. Okay, so I just pulled the blower motor resistor up through this hole. You don't necessarily have to do this. You can take it out the bottom, but only way I could see or show you this. So to unplug this, there's just a little tab right there. Push and pull. Okay, so let's look down in there. I'll get this thing to focus. All right, so look at that terminal second from the right. See that brown around there? That is from heat. And so that will continue to get worse and worse and worse until something catches on fire. So we caught this one in time. Now, on the connector side, I don't really see a whole lot of damage, but we're not going to take any chances, and we're going to replace it as well. All right, so here's a part. So there's some aftermarket guys out there that make these. A little iffy on that, so I'm gonna stick with Motorcraft. All right, so this is the pigtail, or they call it a wiring kit. This is, you can see the part number there, but it comes with a new connector, and it comes with some heat shrink and then some terminals to cramp on there. I'm actually going to probably solder this on, make sure we don't have any problems in the future. And this is the blower motor resistor here. Right there. And I think all these were maybe a little less than $200, so it's a lot cheaper than replacing your truck. Alright, we're going to position the new blower resistor in there. Alright, resistor in, onto the wiring. Okay, so to make sure you got the right connector before you cut these wires, turn this around. Make sure it is identical, and make sure this will plug into the blower resistor you get. Okay, so now from a car guy perspective, I cringe at cutting wires, but I'm going to cut these right here in this bin. Alright, wires are cut. Now we're going to get this connector off and get the new one soldered on. As you can see, Ford gives you quite a bit more wires than you need. I'm not going to use all those. I'm probably going to cut these right in here. Alright, so we got to skin these wires back. Get you one of these handy dandy little wire strippers. Find what gauge you need. Alright, gotta go a little smaller on that one. Look how quick that is. So before we solder, you want to take your wires, kind of twist them, make them nice and tight. Okay, now we'll do the same thing for the plug side. Alright, so we got the first wire connected here. Be sure to match your wires correctly, and then we're getting ready to solder here. Alright, first wire's on. Now we're moving on to the second wire, which is this one right here. Is a little one. Don't forget to put your heat shrink on first before doing this. Alright, number 3 is this one right here. Alright, now last but not least is the fourth wire. Alright, so now all the soldering is done. Just going to make one more check. Black, yellow with blue stripe, purple or white and purple, and yellow with green. So we're good. So now we'll go ahead and take some pliers. Make sure there's no sharp edges here. We'll slide this heat shrink up over that. Alright, got the heat shrink up on there. We're ready to use the heat gun. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now the last thing is just to plug it back up and then test for operation. And also put some dielectric grease on that connector. Make sure you get good connection. Alright, next we'll set the glove box back in there. Get the bolt started on it. Alright, last but not least, the piece we started with. Which makes sense would be the last one. We're in. Okay, so that concludes the repair on this 2014 F150. Not too bad, right? Take you maybe half an hour at the most if you got the right tools. So, not too bad. Another F150 save. We'll see you next time. Before this truck or your truck burns down. But we're having some trouble out of this truck, and now he's had it long enough. He's put about 100,000 miles on it, and